These ladies are so messy, and their whole area is covered in mud. And they bombard me as soon as I go to open their door. If I don't give them food, they run. Watch. Here's their food. They're just following me around. See, look. Ready? Getting in the bucket. All right, ladies. Look at that one. He's like, excuse me. Come here. All right, ladies. You gotta let me dump it. Here you go. Go the right way. Nope. Come on. Yeah. There we go. All right. Now, look at their water. I'm going to have to come through here with some more hay because their area looks like a giant mud puddle. Ay, ay, ay. What am I going to do with you ladies? It's so wet out here that Sylvia has food stuck to her feet because she was climbing in the buckets and stuff. Just standing in their food. I wonder if any of them peck at each other's toes by accident. Ooh, a worm. We really got to get a better watering system here because this is all mud. Inside's clean, guys. They keep pooping. They'll stand on this bucket and they poop in it and they climb all over it and they keep knocking it over once they get it empty enough to push it over, and it's just kind of a hassle. So we got to find a way for these ladies to have a hanging waterer or something. We'll figure it out. These two we stuck together in an extra sturdy cage for a little while so that Miss Chestnut over here would definitely get pregnant and have us some babies. We will be separating them back here pretty soon, probably. They're ready for their food. I got their hay right here. He's hungry. Nom 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 nom. All this rain, guys. Look at his feet, all muddy and stuff from the rain splashing on the ground. I am sick of rain. These ones are also not opposed to eating out of the bucket. Oh, Jack. Oh, Chestnut. You two make such a pretty couple. I now pronounce you husband and wife. Now have us some babies, please. Over here by the rabbits. I love you. Nom 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 nom. Is that good, Chestnut? Yes. Yes, it is. He's a silly guy. Look at him. That's so fluffy. Alright, let's try to... There you go. I'm gonna close you up. Don't want you running out. Well, I had a great birthday party. Huge turnout. We had like, I don't know, 50 or more people here. And from what we've heard, everybody seemed to really like the trail that we made. So now I can kind of tell you guys about that trail. We decided to make a spook trail through part of our woods. As you guys may know, we have 6 acres. We didn't even touch the 6 acres, honestly. We maybe used 1/4 of an acre to do the trail just because our woods are really steep and we've had a lot of rain, so it was really slippery back there. But we made a trail going from one side of the property through the garden, back down behind the house, and then back up on the other side. And here's part of it. There's some of our work up in the garden right there. It actually just looks like, you know, a giant mess on the video, but either tonight or here before the end of the week, I'm going to get out there and I'm going to film for you guys and walk through it. It's going to be dark because, you know, it's a spook trail. So we'll see how well the camera picks it up, but I'm going to walk y'all through so you get a quick experience. We did decide to open it up to the public just to let everybody else have some fun and enjoy it as well. So all of this craziness is going to stay up for a little while. The garden has pretty much petered out. We do have the garlic I planted the other day in there, and a few other things, and some of our peppers are still going, and it's like, I don't know, 38 degrees right now. My hands are ice, so I'm like crazy surprised by these peppers. But our weather has been back and forth between hot and cold and tornadoes and rain and floods, and we even had a slight risk of wintry mix supposed to be this Thursday for Halloween. So I guess we'll see. It's Arkansas weather though. If you don't like it, wait 5 minutes. That's really what they say. So hey, Fatty Patty. This guy keeps jumping over the fence. As some of y'all know, we used metal conveyor belt as our fencing back here, but he's big and he has figured out how to jump the fence. So we are looking into either putting barbed wire across the very top or getting some electrical fence and training him to that. I think I'd rather the electrical fence than the barbed wire, because if he jumps it, it could cut him up pretty bad. So that's our two options for now. Something is digging up my onions. I was trying to let them go a little bit longer, but I feel like if I do, we will no longer have onions for ourselves. So we're going to go ahead and pull the 3 that whatever decided to graciously leave us behind. And I wanted to show you guys. Do you see this? Look at these peppers. They're still going strong. And we apparently have a tree trying to grow in here too. But there's one beautiful looking pepper right there. And then look at this. We have flowers still. You see that? And lots of purple peppers. They start purple and then they go to this creamy white and then yellow and then orange and then red. But go. Well, that didn't even give us a bulb. Do you see that? But we can still use the green onions. That one didn't give us a whole lot of bulb either, but something is eating them, so I want to pull them before we don't get them. So this one didn't have much of a bulb either, just green onions, sadly. But that's okay, green onions taste good, and I can also reroot these in the house so that whatever is trying to eat them can't anymore. Since the weather change and the garden is beginning to die down some, we don't have quite as many options for what other wild animals are coming in here to munch down on. So they're kind of just attacking whatever they can. Everything looks kind of sad and pitiful in here. Look at that scary guy right there. That's part of the spook tour. So they're kind of just munching down on anything they can find out here, except for the hot peppers, you know. They don't want to burn their butts. I don't blame them. Got Thai chili peppers. But they're leaving me with kind of nothing to be able to harvest. We do still have some okra, so I guess I needed to grab the scissors and I forgot to. And the big tall okras out here we're leaving behind to save for seed. Things are burrowing in the garden. Look at that. Snake hole or some kind of hole down in here. It's our Thai chili peppers. They're about done for the year. This is grass. We grew a lot of that this year. Just so you know, that's Bermuda. And it's terrible. It's great grass. It's just terrible when it's in your garden because it's really hard to get rid of. And then we got some okra. Look, it's still flowering. Lots of little okras still. And then, of course, as we move up the plant, ginormous okras up here. This one is about the size of my forearm right there. Pretty sure I would win a contest of who could grow the longest okra pods because these things are massive. From crown to tip, it is 12.5 inches. And then my tallest from earth to tip is 89.5 inches. Oh, right at 89. I didn't even know okra could get so big. Like, these things look like trees. They're taller than me. I'm sure they've got a wonderful root system down in the ground right here. When we go to pull these, once they're finally done and mend the soil, I'm pretty sure they're going to have like 5-gallon bucket size holes over here. Our zinnias, they're still trying to give us pretty flowers and they're doing a pretty good job. And then these ones are the Linaria Northern Lights. They just really love the cold weather. They must, because they bolted pretty quickly in hot weather, but then they came back and they're looking prettier than ever. And look at that chard. Nom, 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 nom. Gonna have to eat me some of that soon. These are the peppers I am talking about, guys. It is winter. Well, I mean, it's actually fall, but the weather feels like winter, so. But look at all these peppers. You would think in 38 degrees that all these peppers would be gone because peppers really like warm weather. But they're still growing. These are Jay's yellow 7-pot. If my phone would just focus, that'd be great. These are a yellow 7-pot, and as you can tell, they're kind of just everywhere. So we've got a lot of peppers to do something with. This is so far our first jalapeno. We grew yellow jalapenos. I forget the name, but there's our first one, and then we've got more on that over there, and a new flower right there.
I keep a photograph in which we were in love, caught in your eyes, waiting for the sunrise. I barely even knew who you were. What did you do? I didn't care, 'cause you were perfect, I swear. But somebody told me that it's over. I know it's true. You made me happy for a while. I remember fleeting times when we slept on top of cars. Now I don't know you, you don't know me too. I remember fleeting times when we watched the sparks so fly. Now I don't know you, you don't know me too. Stars shone in our eyes like the lights of fireflies. We were obsessed and we felt warmth in our chests. Your heart was full of dreams. It made you feel extreme. Give me a sign if you keep it in mind. But somebody told me that it's over. I know it's true. You made me happy for a while. I remember fleeting times when we slept on top of cars. Now I don't know you, you don't know me too. I remember fleeting times when we watched the sparks so fly. Now I don't know you, you don't know me too. When you with me.
Right, there you go. Put it in. What's for dinner?
Grilled cheese, dumplings, and chicken noodle soup.
No, chicken and dumplings.
Yeah. And
Are you the grilled cheese master?
yeah.
All right, well, they still have no eggs in there. I kind of figured they wouldn't, but better check, right? It's always good to hope for things. I am now going to go get some more wood chips or wood shavings really, and add it to the coop. They still have a pretty good amount in there, but I want to make it a little extra deep since it is starting to get cold. Although our weather really is playing tricks on me and it keeps going back and forth, I do know that it is coming. So we're going to get some more. We're going to put them back in there. Make the chickens all nice and cozy. And, you know, eventually they'll give us some eggs. Hopefully. If not, you know, guess we can always have dinner. bedding in here. Look at those chickens. They're so spoiled. Nice deep bedding. Hopefully this will help keep them a little warm in here. So maybe they'll be happy. So they're pretty cold hardy birds, and here where we're at, we get cold. I mean, I get cold at 70. Anything under 72, I'm freezing. But we get down to usually 1 digit, but every once in a while we can get to the negatives. It's not an every winter kind of thing either, though, and we don't get snow every winter either. Actually, it's been a few years since we've actually gotten a good snow. We've had a dusting, but I don't count that as a snow. If you can't sled, it's not snow. So I'm really hoping for some good snow this year. So we're going to be looking for ways to keep them nice and toasty in the coop. I'd prefer not to use a light because from everything that I've read and seen on YouTube and researched, the lights can be a pretty big fire hazard, and since their coop is pretty close to our house and we don't really want to fry all of our chickens unintentionally or burn down our own house, I'd like to kind of steer clear from the lights. So if you guys have any ideas of ways to keep the chickens warm in cold weather, let me know, because we might end up needing it this winter.